been talking about risk all week here, and one of the, once again, challenges is the approach, right? There's definitely a big awareness of risk out there, and the two big challenges with regards to approach is how do you approach risk? Where do you begin? So you talk to companies and they're aware of different categories of risk, and they'll talk to you about financial risk and quality risk and health and safety risk, environmental risk, and they struggle picking where to begin amongst all of those, seeing them as competing risks to invest in. And one of the opportunities is to take a step back and say, well, maybe there's an approach that we can take to address risk, period, regardless of the type of outcome that event might result in. So there's definitely some opportunity there to look at the approach differently, and also there's a consideration that needs to be given to the type of environment that we live in today and the greater level of complexity. Operational excellence, a lot of the tools, methodologies, systems that were developed that we know from the majors were developed 20, 30 years ago. That's when they started. And the world has changed substantially since then. It's a lot more complex. And with regards to risk management, managing risk in a complex environment is much more difficult because the probabilities for a 1 in a million chance when you have millions of interdependent connections is much more likely and still very difficult to predict. So now we're talking about risks of those previously unheard of or very unlikely events are becoming more real to us. So it's a challenge of redefining what we're talking about when we're talking about risk, and also looking at it from a different way and questioning our previous approaches and tools that maybe just are hindered to really be applicable in today's world.
One of the biggest priorities for us is looking at trying to optimize the value of our management system and really looking at reducing the complexity in order to ensure that we're getting the value of it, but at the same time making sure that we are meeting all of our requirements internally or externally, and also looking to make sure that we are mitigating and managing our risks as required. At TransCanada, we recently have gone through a fair bit of restructuring, and we've gotten the direction to look at integrating all of our management systems. So we recently stood up a single integrated operational management system. And one of the reasons or the attractions for this workshop or this event for me was the ability to hear other people's experiences in terms of addressing the challenges of having an integrated management system, how we get the buy-in and the support to actually get the value out of maintaining our management system. Some of the key challenges is just being able to get people to see and understand the value of using the management system to collect the information to allow you to make better decisions in your operations. Looking at how operational excellence works within an organization and the fact that there are different definitions and different takes on it, trying to get consistent understanding within your organization, but then driving towards those goals, hearing other people's challenges and experiences actually gives you some insight onto some of the ways that you may want to address some of your own challenges within your organization.